McGraw-Hill Ascent Audio presents CompTIA A+ Certification All-in-One Exam Guide, 11th edition. Exams 220-1101 and 220-1102. By Travis A. Everett and Andrew Hutz. Edited by Mike Myers. Narrated by Timothy Howard Jackson. Publisher's Note: this audiobook has bonus material. Please contact whomever you purchase this audiobook from to request the material. All figures and tables referenced in this audiobook can be found in the bonus material. Publisher's Note: please refer to the steps noted in Appendix B for the instructions on how to access online content. Disclaimer: the work is provided as is. McGraw-Hill Education and its licensors make no guarantees or warranties as to the accuracy, adequacy, or completeness of, or results to be obtained from, using the work, including any information that can be accessed through the work via hyperlink or otherwise, and expressly disclaim any warranty, express or implied, including but not limited to implied warranties of merchantability or fitness for a particular purpose. McGraw-Hill Education and its licensors do not warrant or guarantee that the functions contained in the work will meet your requirements, or that its operation will be uninterrupted or error-free. Neither McGraw-Hill Education nor its licensors shall be liable to you or anyone else for any inaccuracy, error, or omission, regardless of cause, in the work, or for any damages resulting therefrom. McGraw-Hill Education has no responsibility for the content of any information accessed through the work. Under no circumstances shall McGraw-Hill Education and/or its licensors be liable for any indirect, incidental, special, punitive, consequential, or similar damages that result from the use of or inability to use the work, even if any of them have been advised of the possibility of such damages. This limitation of liability shall apply to any claim or cause whatsoever, whether such claim or cause arises in contract, tort, or otherwise. She walks in beauty like the night of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light which heaven to gaudy day denies. Lord Byron. Introduction. The field of computing has changed dramatically over the decades since the introduction of the IBM Personal Computer, PC, in 1981. And so has the job of the people who build, maintain, and troubleshoot computers. A PC tech, for many years, serviced IBM-compatible desktop systems running a Microsoft operating system, OS, such as DOS, or later, Windows. All a tech needed to service an early Windows machine was a Phillips head screwdriver and knowledge of the hardware and OS. The personal computing landscape today includes a zillion devices in all shapes, sizes, and purposes. How many computing devices do you interact with every day? Seriously, count them. Here's my typical contact in a day. My smartphone alarm clock awakens me in the morning. I use either a Windows or Mac OS desktop to check the morning news and my email by connecting to other computers over the Internet. At the gym, my smartwatch keeps track of my exercises and my heart rate. The computer in my car handles navigation and traffic reports for my daily commute. At the office, I'm literally surrounded by dozens of computing devices because everyone has a desktop or a laptop computer, a tablet, a smartphone, plus any number of wearable devices. Behind the scenes, these devices constantly interact with and offload work to a wide array of online services. Someone needs to set up, secure, manage, maintain, and troubleshoot all of these devices. Because you're listening to this book, I'm guessing that you are that someone. You're going to need a lot of knowledge about many systems to be a modern personal computer technician. A modern PC tech, therefore, works with many devices running many different systems. Almost everything uses networking to interconnect, and a PC tech makes these connections happen. Note: this book uses the term personal computer and the initials PC generically to refer to any kind of personal computing device. PCs here mean things that techs interact with, can set up, and repair. This book teaches you everything you need to know to become a great tech. It might seem like a lot of information at first, but I'll show you how each system functions and interacts, so you learn the patterns they all follow. At some point in the process of listening to this book and working on computers, it will all click into place. You've got this. Along the way, you'll pick up credentials that prove your skill to employers and clients. The rest of this chapter explains those credentials and the steps you need to take to gain them. CompTIA A+ certification. Nearly every profession has some criteria that you must meet to show your competence and ability to perform at a certain level. Although the way this works varies widely from one profession to another, all of them will at some point make you take an exam or series of exams. Passing these exams proves that you have the necessary skills to work at a certain level in your profession, whether you're an aspiring plumber, teacher, barber, lawyer, or PC tech. If you successfully pass these exams, the organization that administers them grants you certification. You receive some piece of paper or pin or membership card that you can show to potential clients or employers. This certification gives those potential clients or employers a level of confidence that you can do what you say you can do. Without this certification, either you will not find suitable work in that profession, or no one will trust you to do the work. Modern PC techs attain the CompTIA A+ certification, the essential credential that shows competence in the modern field of information technology, IT, a fancy way of saying computing technology plus all the other stuff needed to connect and support computers. CompTIA A+ is an industry-wide, vendor-neutral certification program developed and sponsored by the Computing Technology Industry Association, CompTIA. You achieve this certification by taking 2 computer-based exams consisting of multiple-choice and performance-based questions. The exams cover what technicians should know after 12 months of hands-on work on personal computing devices, experience obtained either from a job or as a student in the lab. CompTIA A+ certification enjoys wide recognition throughout the computer industry. To date, more than 1 million technicians have become CompTIA A+ certified, making it the most popular of all IT certifications. Who is CompTIA? CompTIA is a non-profit industry trade association based in Downers Grove, Illinois. It consists of over 20,000 members in 102 countries. You'll find CompTIA offices in such diverse locales as Amsterdam, Dubai, Johannesburg, Tokyo, and Sao Paulo. CompTIA provides a forum for people in these industries to network, as in meeting people, represents the interests of its members to the government, and provides certifications for many aspects of the computer industry. CompTIA sponsors CompTIA A+, CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA Security Plus, and other certifications. CompTIA works hard to watch the IT industry and constantly looks to provide new certifications to meet the ongoing demand from its membership. Check out the CompTIA website at CompTIA.org for details on the other certifications you can obtain from CompTIA. CompTIA began offering CompTIA A+ certification back in 1993. When it debuted, the IT industry largely ignored CompTIA A+ certification. Since that initial stutter, however, The CompTIA A+ certification has grown to become the de facto requirement for entrance into the PC industry. Many companies require CompTIA A+ certification for all of their PC support technicians, and the CompTIA A+ certification is widely recognized both in the United States and internationally. The path to other certifications. Most IT companies, big and small, see CompTIA A+ certification as the entry point to IT. Where you go next depends on a lot of things, such as your interests and the needs of your organization. Let's look at other CompTIA certifications first, and then explore vendor-specific options from Microsoft and Cisco. CompTIA Core Series. CompTIA A+ is part of the CompTIA Core Series of certifications. Many techs flow from CompTIA A+ to other certifications in the Core Series before specializing. The Core Series consists of 4 certifications: CompTIA IT Fundamentals, ITF+, CompTIA A+, 1101 is called Core 1, 1102 is called Core 2, CompTIA Network Plus, CompTIA Security Plus. For the record, I have no idea why A+ gets sub-names and the other 3 exams don't. Just go with it. CompTIA ITF Plus covers essentials of computer literacy, such as everything any modern worker needs to know about computing just to function. That includes information about computing device types, what you can do with computers, how networks work, and basic security. If you already have the requisite experience to pursue the CompTIA A+ certification, you don't need to backtrack to ITF+. Recommending CompTIA ITF+ to newbies is a good idea, though, as ITF+ will fill in a lot of gaps for people. CompTIA Network Plus continues the good work you started in the CompTIA A+ networking sections. We live in an interconnected world. Techs need to know networking inside and out to handle jobs at bigger organizations. Getting Network Plus certified proves your skill as a network tech, including your understanding of network hardware, infrastructure, installation, and troubleshooting. Network Plus is the next logical step after the A+ certification. CompTIA A+ is not a prerequisite to take your Network Plus exam, but it is highly recommended. Similarly, CompTIA Security Plus picks up from the network security sections in both CompTIA A+ and Network Plus, taking you much deeper into how to secure networks against attacks and best practices for every security-conscious organization. I recommend taking Security Plus after Network Plus. This rounds out your essential skill set all the way up to enterprise tech, if this is the career route you wish to take. CompTIA Specialty Series. CompTIA offers several tracks to pursue post-core series. These offer either specialization in an IT subfield or building on the skills you've already acquired. Let me explain the infrastructure pathway, cybersecurity pathway, data and analytics pathway, and professional skills tracks. Note: for more information about the CompTIA certification pathways and all of its certifications, go here: comptia.org/certifications/which-certification. Moving to the infrastructure pathway means turning to the machines and operating systems that beat at the heart of enterprise organizations. There are 3 certifications in this series: CompTIA Linux Plus, CompTIA Server Plus, and CompTIA Cloud Plus. Many organizations rely on Linux-powered servers to accomplish much of the dedicated hardware tasks. The servers and server infrastructure require specialized knowledge. Also, much of the industry is moving to cloud-based computing, so understanding how to take an organization there successfully is increasingly important for IT professionals. The cybersecurity pathway goes deep into the dark arts of network security. How to protect against bad people, not how to be a successful criminal mastermind, with 3 certifications. CompTIA Cybersecurity Analyst, CYSA Plus, CompTIA Pen Test Plus, and CompTIA Advanced Security Practitioner, CASP Plus. These certifications show that you know your skills at analyzing a network of any size, can test for vulnerabilities, and can harden the network dramatically. You can leverage all the information learned in the core series, using it as the foundation for becoming a security guru. The Data and Analytics pathway covers the toolkit you'll use to take raw data and transform it into the kinds of statistics, visualizations, and reports that support data-driven business decisions. This pathway only has 2 certifications as of the time of publication, but CompTIA has announced plans to add more certifications in the future. CompTIA Data Plus and CompTIA Data Systems. CompTIA Data Plus shows that you know how to mine data for patterns and trends, analyze the results, and communicate the insights you find. CompTIA Data Systems covers skills required to work with databases. The Professional Skills series offers 3 exams, but they're geared to unique skill sets used every day in IT. CompTIA Project Plus, CompTIA Cloud Essentials Plus, and CompTIA Certified Technical Trainer, CTT Plus. Project management is wildly important in managing big IT projects. Project managers use the Project Plus certification to show their credentials. Cloud Essentials Plus is all about what you, not the IT hero, but the business manager, need to know about cloud computing. CTT Plus is for people like me, a certification that shows you know how to teach IT skills to adults. None of the professional skills certifications seem obvious or logical to pursue after the core series certifications, but they're situational. If, for example, you find yourself in a position where getting project management credentials will greatly benefit you and your organization, Project Plus makes a lot of sense. Microsoft Technical Certifications. Microsoft operating systems control a huge portion of all installed networks, and those networks need qualified support people to make them run. Pursuing Microsoft's series of certifications for networking professionals is a natural next step after completing the CompTIA certifications. Microsoft offers a whole slew of certifications paths, such as Data Science, DevOps Engineer, AI Engineer, and more. You can find additional details on the Microsoft Docs website, docs.microsoft.com/certifications. Cisco certification. Cisco routers pretty much run the Internet and most intranets in the world. A router is a networking device that controls and directs the flow of information over networks, such as email messages, web browsing, and so on. Cisco provides multiple levels of IT certification for folks who want to show their skills at handling Cisco products, such as the Cisco Certified Network Associate, CCNA, plus numerous specialty certifications. See the Cisco Certifications website here for more details. cisco.com/cn/training-events/training-certifications/certifications.html. CompTIA A+ Objectives. CompTIA splits A+ certification into 2 exams, CompTIA A+ Core 1, 220-1101, and CompTIA A+ Core 2, 220-1102. It's common to refer to these 2 exams as the 2022 exams to differentiate them from older CompTIA exams. Although you may take either of the 2 exams first, I recommend taking 220-1101 followed by 220-1102. The 220-1101 exam concentrates on understanding a wide range of terminology and technology, how to do fundamental tasks such as upgrading RAM, basic network and mobile device support, and fundamental concepts of virtualization and cloud computing. The 220-1102 exam builds on the first exam, concentrating on operating system support, security and software, troubleshooting scenarios, and operational procedures. Both of the exams are extremely practical, with little or no interest in theory, aside from troubleshooting. They include 60 to 90 multiple-choice questions, single and multiple response, and 3 to 8 performance-based questions, PBQs. PBQs are problems that are skills-based and configured as labs, virtual environments, or simulations that you must solve. The number of multiple-choice questions depends on how many PBQs you get. You can get partial credit for the PBQs, so even if you can't complete them, do as much as you can in case you qualify for partial credit. The following is an example of the type of multiple-choice question you will see on the exams. Your laser printer is printing blank pages. Which item should you check first? A. Printer drivers. B. Toner cartridge. C. Printer settings. D. Paper feed. The correct answer is B. The toner cartridge. You can make an argument for any of the others, but common sense and skill as a PC technician tells you to check the simplest possibility first. For an excellent example of a PBQ, visit this link, demosim.comptia.io. Be aware that CompTIA may add new questions to the exams at any time to keep the content fresh. The subject matter covered by the exams won't change, but new questions may be added periodically at random intervals. Be sure and check the CompTIA website before final preparation for the exams. This policy puts strong emphasis on understanding concepts and having solid PC tech knowledge rather than on trying to memorize specific questions and answers that may have been on the exams in the past. No book or web resource will have all the right answers because those answers change constantly. Luckily for you, however, this book not only teaches you what steps to follow in a particular case, but also explains how to be a knowledgeable tech who understands why you're doing those steps. That way, when you encounter a new problem or exam question, you can work out the answer. This will help you pass the exams and function as a master tech. Windows-centric. The CompTIA A+ exams cover 6 different operating systems and many versions within each OS. When you review the exam objectives a little later in this section, though, you'll see that the majority of content focuses on the Microsoft Windows operating systems you would expect to find on a PC at a workstation or in a home. The operating systems are primarily the focus of the CompTIA A+ 1102 exam and cover a specific and limited scope of questions on Mac OS, Linux, Chrome OS, iOS, and Android. Objectives in the exams cover the following operating systems: Windows 10 Home, Windows 10 Pro, Windows 10 Enterprise, Windows 11, Mac OS, Linux, Chrome OS, iOS, and Android. Try this. Recommending an OS. Imagine this scenario. One of your first clients wants to upgrade her computing gear and doesn't know which way to go. It's up to you to make a recommendation. This is a great way to assess your knowledge at the start of your journey into CompTIA A+ certification, so try this. Open a web browser on a computer or smartphone and browse to my favorite tech store, Newegg, newegg.com. Scan through their computer systems. What operating systems seem to be most common? What can you get from reading reviews of, say, Chrome OS versus Windows 11? Does Newegg sell any Apple products? Don't get too wrapped up in this exercise. It's just a way to ease you into the standard research we techs do all the time to stay current. We'll revisit this exercise in later chapters so you can gauge your comfort and knowledge level over time. Exam 220-1101. The questions on the CompTIA A+ 220-1101 exam fit into one of 5 domains. The number of questions for each domain is based on the percentages in the following table. Domain 1.0, Mobile Devices, 15%. Domain 2.0, Networking, 20%. Domain 3.0, Hardware, 25%. Domain 4.0, Virtualization and Cloud Computing, 11%. Domain 5.0, Hardware and Network Troubleshooting, 29%. The 220-1101 exam tests your knowledge of computer components, expecting you to be able to identify just about every common device on PCs, including variations within device types. Here's a list: hard drives, solid-state drives, SSDs, removable storage, flash drives, memory cards, and optical drives, motherboards, power supplies, CPUs, RAM, monitors, input devices such as keyboards and touchscreens, video and multimedia cards, network and modem cards, cables and connectors, heat sinks, fans, and liquid cooling systems, laptops and mobile devices, printers and multifunction devices, network switches, cabling and wireless adapters, and biometric devices. The 220-1101 exam tests you on mobile devices, including laptops. While the smartphone and tablet market covers an impossibly wide array of hardware and software, the 220-1101 exam focuses on Apple iOS and Google Android devices. You'll need to know how to interact with the hardware and software. The 220-1101 exam tests extensively on networking. You need to know how to set up a typical local area network, LAN, for example, understanding cabling standards, network protocols, and Windows configuration. The 220-1101 exam tests your ability to install, configure, and maintain all the hardware technology involved in a personal computer. You need to be able to install and set up a hard drive, for example, and configure devices in Windows. The 220-1101 exam will quiz you on cloud computing and virtualization technologies. You'll need to know about available cloud services such as online storage and applications only available via the Internet. You'll get asked about the purpose of virtual machines in a network environment and their resource and security requirements. The 220-1101 exam requires you to know a lot about hardware and network troubleshooting. You'll get questions, for example, on how to fix a network failure. Exam 220-1102. The CompTIA A+ 220-1102 exam covers 4 domains. This table lists the domains and the percentage of questions dedicated to each domain. Domain 1.0, Operating Systems, 31%. Domain 2.0, Security, 25%. Domain 3.0, Software Troubleshooting, 22%. Domain 4.0, Operational Procedures, 22%. The 220-1102 exam covers the configuration, repair, and troubleshooting of operating systems, primarily Microsoft Windows, but you'll also get questions on Apple macOS and some very basic questions on Linux distributions. You have to know your way around Windows and understand the tasks involved in updating, upgrading, and installing Windows as well. You need to know the standard diagnostic tools available in Windows so that you can fix problems and work with higher-level techs. Make sure you know Windows. Probably a quarter of the questions are going to challenge you on this. So, what versions of Windows are covered on the CompTIA A+ 220-1102 exam? Let's refer directly to the CompTIA A+ certification exam.